Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be revisiting the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin. So, if you'd want to pull this up in TradingView, it's total 2. Total is the entire cryptocurrency market cap, which includes the market cap of Bitcoin. But right now, what we've been looking at for quite some time is how altcoins tend to perform in Q1 of each year. Now, this varies between um, bull markets and bear markets. And here we want to look at essentially the two times that we had a Q1 in a bull market that we have on record. So now naturally this goes back as 2014. There were no altcoins prior to that, so this is what we have to work with. We can use January 18, 2018, but that was the blow off top essentially, and we saw the crash down, so to speak. So the two ones that I want us to take a look at that kind of I guess differ in how they respond is 2016, Q1 2016, and Q1 of 2017. Sorry, let me move that over. So just starting off with uh, the Q1 of 2016. Note that this is the weekly chart, and so each candle body represents 1 week. If we want to do a price and date range from close to open, we are looking at to the end of March. So that's 12 weeks, 3 months. This box here represents Q1. And what we see here is that the market cap gained a total of $62.557 million, basically a valuation of 100% in Q1. The second time here, from January to the end of March, we saw a 390% increase in market valuation, a gain of about $2.7 billion. Now, what is interesting is that the 2016 Q1 was a consistent green candle, weekly candles. We saw an increase of 5%, increases of marginal results that then resulted in basically a doubling of the market cap over a span of 3 months. That is one route we can take, and again, it would show a good end result. It gives us that doubling of the altcoin market cap, which would then infer that a majority of our altcoin positions would essentially show returns. Now, not all of them, but if we look at the total crypto market cap for altcoins, then we can make that generalization to some degree. It looks a lot different than 2017's Q1, where we saw, you know, I would say it's 7 weeks, essentially 50 days, 49 days of sideways action. Altcoin market did not move, and that's very interesting. And it was only in the next 5 weeks where a majority of the returns happened. So if we look in 5 weeks, the altcoin market gained 322%. It's basically the entire gain that we saw for this Q1 all happened within 5 weeks. What am I trying to tell you? It's we are saying that Q1 is the quarter to look at for altcoins in this coming cycle. We know that altcoins tend to do very well in Q1, and especially very well in in a bull market. That's the caveat. However, they can play out quite differently. We can have a steady growth of like what we saw here of a doubling, or what we saw here, where a majority of Q1 was nothing, and then we saw this massive increase. So what I'd like us next to do is just kind of look at the BLX. So this is the total price history of Bitcoin, and we're gonna compare it to total 2. Hit the log on that. Okay, so where are we looking at? We are looking at Q1 here. What did we see Bitcoin do? You know what? Also, we'll throw in the 20-week moving average. How about that? So Q1 of 2016, we saw Bitcoin actually make contact with the 20-week moving average. We saw Bitcoin make this giant run to the end of the year and then kind of move sideways and dip down to hit the 20-week moving average. And for the entirety of Q1, uh, Bitcoin was basically hugging the 20-week moving average. When we look at the following quarter, so quarter of 2017, this is this is kind of like where we would say maybe this is um, where kind of we are and what this might be replicated as. So Q1, the first week of January, Bitcoin made contact with the prior all-time high, and then by the middle of Q1, we saw it break through. And it wasn't until March here, where the date line is, where we saw Bitcoin come back down to the prior all-time high and make contact and make its support. And at that very same time in March, all coins skyrocketed, and that's when we saw a 300+% move up. Coincidentally enough, every Q4, these last 2 Q4s that we were looking at showed Bitcoin during Q4 on an amazing run, much like how we saw here. Now, naturally, Q4 was an amazing run for Bitcoin, and coming into Q1, Bitcoin actually stalls or comes back down to the 20-week. So we might possibly see the top set in shortly. I'm not saying it's going to happen today. Today's the 31st. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow on January 1st. But this is a pattern that we might see play out again, where Bitcoin stalls in Q1 and altcoins rally in Q1. And this is kind of like the everything seems to be coming together now. We saw a rally of Q4 for Bitcoin. We are now expecting to see the rally for altcoins in Q1, and that would also entail Bitcoin stalling or coming back down to the 20-week. But at that same time, altcoins will outpace Bitcoin for that time being, and we should see this dominance fall. So that's kind of the big picture kind of thing that I'm looking at right now. We see the patterns of the past, and we want to see how likely or how it would play out in the context of now. So in this case, we see that, like, if we had a checklist, Bitcoin Q4 rally, check. Bitcoin's above the 20-week moving average, check. Bitcoin's above the prior all-time high, check. Oh, what are the other things that we need to check off? We need to check off that all coins will rally, and if Bitcoin is going to stall and start moving sideways into the 20-week moving average. Those are the things that we're still waiting for, and we've been waiting for them for a long time, but it could all just be waiting for Q1. as it seems that is the kind of date period where we see this kind of amalgamate, so to speak. Anyway, that's essentially what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Take care. Bye bye.